blends me all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready?
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yellow, yellow.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On second and 11 now. Mahomes on the move to his right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. Now Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
49, check 49, check 49. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Shoot. Check 3. Roll out.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Ready. 30 base. You. Hey, high 7. That's down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught inside the 20. And this this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Rock it.
Clock now on first down. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Watch the pass. 59 mark. Check, 59. Here we go.
Now Lott throwing on second down. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Mike 29. Hey, Charlie. 29 is the Mike 29. Okay, on this defense, okay. 29 is the Mike 29. Hey, watch the ball. 29 is Big Trip.
On 3rd and long, it's Lott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Watch safety creep. Safety creep. General.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Hardman, the second-round pick out of Georgia, really showcased his speed at the combine, running a 4.3 340, and should help give Patrick Mahomes another versatile playmaker to work with at the receiver position. Second and 5 now. Mahomes flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
You must be dreaming. Watch the slant.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 20.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
Play.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Yellow. I'm going 80. Silver. Sponge.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And Butker able to put this one through. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, "Oh no, I'm keeping my job." But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
Let's go.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. When plays break down, that's normally when Mahomes is at his best throwing the football. But as we saw, he can run it too. Last year, 60 carries, 272 yards. Great elusiveness and speed. And the Chiefs obviously don't want him to be a running quarterback. But if he sees an angle like he did there, any opening, he has the ability to take it and run. Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Watch out. Attack! Hey, 57 color. Attack!
Now here's Mahomes. His throw incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Check. Look at me. Zipper. Get away. Mike, check. 59. Hey, seam 6. Trash, let's go. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-0 as they come up 1st and 10.
Yes. Stay at home.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Smooth. Mike, check. Ready?
Throwing on 2nd down. Lock. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Hey, Foxtrot. We want it. Come to go.
To try again after the sack. Locke, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Thornhill. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 51. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, that's what I do.
Hey, 43, 15. Hey, 43.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He can run. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Chiefs take over 1st down 10 at the 16-yard line.
Yellow.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Watch out.
Attack.
Alert flare.
Let's go, baby.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Let's go, D.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Butker's kick here is good. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second and a yard. Locke. Johnson's got it complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Locke to throw on 3rd and 1. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
General West. Go.
Let's go right here.
Hey, Wahoo. 5.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Hey, high 7. Hey, orbit. Shoot.
Locke going to try and throw on third down. He'll find Lindsey here. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Locke now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, alert 3.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Go. 30 base. Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
59 mark. Check, 59. All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Mike, check, 59.
Hey, Delta.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Locke. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Credit the sack to Brandon Marshall. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. check so far. Defense shut him down.
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Pick the edge. Come.
Hey, seam 6. Down.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down.
I'll tell you who was excited by that play, and that was the defensive front. They didn't need any additional help. They got to him in a hurry. And right there, he had to make a big-time decision. I think he made the right one. Protect the football, then protect yourself.
Maybe not necessarily in that order.
He will never admit to that, but he's probably been about himself first.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Mahomes to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Locke. He finds his man Johnson. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. Locke now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Now! Hey, zoom!
Throwing on first down is Locke. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones giving him once again his third sack of the afternoon. To throw it is Locke. And he's going to go down again. Chris Jones, who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Going deep downfield for Ross. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 23 yards on the play. Mahomes now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. But escapes the sack. Escaping the and a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack on first down, Mahomes flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Chris Jones in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This is caught, Watkins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 more yards there and another first down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here knowing.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season,
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A.J. Boye with a pick.
First and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message? Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Chiefs, they move ever closer to the perfect